It's Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and we are less than 48 hours away from a winter storm that is posed to hit the United States hard. This storm is expected to cause travel disruptions, significant power outages, and a substantial amount of ice accumulation, which will weigh down power lines and likely lead to more outages. In the past 24 hours, this winter storm has taken a major shift. Areas like Oklahoma City, Louisville, Kentucky, and Cincinnati, Ohio are now anticipating over a foot of snow, while areas such as Dallas, Texas, and Nashville, Tennessee could experience more than a half of an inch of ice. Grocery stores are already running low on essential supplies you need. It is important to hurry up and go gather what you need to prepare for this winter storm. So, in today's forecast, I will break down exactly what you need to know about this significant weather shift and how it's going to impact the United States. So, starting off right now, sorry about that. So starting off right now, this is what things are looking like. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for this video as it is non-edited, so I had to read off my script there. I have not been able to edit today due to school. But this is what things are looking like right now, nothing too crazy. But as we move on into tomorrow, things will start to fire up around Texas, Oklahoma City, into the Panhandle, even parts of Kansas and into Nebraska. We'll start to move into parts of like Little Rock, Arkansas, through Oklahoma City and all of that, all the way up through Cincinnati, Ohio, all the way up pretty much through Maine. This is the European model, so this is what the total snowfall rates are looking like on the European model. And we could be seeing up to probably about 20 inches of snowfall in this area, or almost a foot around Oklahoma City, more likely. But that's what the European model is showing right now. So I want to go ahead and swap over to the GFS model, as this is showing something completely different. So starting off right now, this is what things are looking like. Nothing too crazy as we move on into tomorrow. If it will load, this is what things will be looking like. Start to file up around the Texas and Oklahoma panhandle into Arkansas, through Tennessee, like areas like Nashville, and then through Louisville and Pikeville, Kentucky, to parts of West Virginia and Virginia. And this will bring some snow to the southern parts if you look at the GFS model instead of the European model. But overall, the most highlighted area of snow, like the GFS, why it's so different than the European model as we move on into later on Friday, January 30th, some more snow continues to fire up around the south, which is something we haven't really seen over the past few days. But that is what all of our significant amount of snow will be looking like. While areas like in West Virginia could be seeing up to 40 inches of snow, which is crazy. Which I want to go ahead and zoom in on that just to highlight that. So maybe y'all can see this. I'm not sure if you can or not. But if we go ahead and head over to this spot, 28, 32, 30, 31 inches of snowfall in areas like West Virginia as we move on into next Friday or next Saturday on January or February 7th. Sorry guys. It's not really. I'm not very good with making videos not edited, but I apologize for that. It's just this one time, guys, I promise you. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at our total snow depth on the GFS. So this will show how much snow depth we could be receiving all over the United States for this winter storm. So if it will reset to the current date, then we'll take a look at it. Let's see here. It's trying to reset, guys. I apologize. But until then, I do post videos every single day. I am a trained meteorologist. If you would like to follow me, make sure to go ahead and down below follow me. I will post videos every single day. They may or may not be edited, but they should be edited. Today, I just had to get this one out in the morning because there was a major shift. So starting off today, this is what things are looking like right now. As we move on into Friday, snow depth starts to fire up, and then we'll bring a lot of snow, and this will bring some more snow to parts of like northwestern Alabama, in the Indian into northwestern and northern parts of Mississippi mainly, covering the whole entire state of Arkansas, as well as parts of West Monroe and Louisiana. So nothing too crazy happens, but if we go ahead and swap over to our total freezing rain, this is what things will be looking like if it will open. My computer has been running slow today, guys. I apologize about that. Okay, so here's our total freezing rain. Here's what things are looking like right now. As we move on into later today, nothing too crazy occurs. As we move on to Friday, nothing too crazy occurs, obviously. And then it'll start to fire up into like the Texas Panhandle and Wichita, Dallas, and then it will head through northern Louisiana, Mississippi, northern Alabama, northern Georgia, into parts of like I don't know if you would call that West or South Carolina. But then our main threat of freezing rain is parts of northern Georgia and around like Huntsville, Tupelo, Mississippi, and West Monroe, Louisiana. This has changed since the last video I made about like the freezing rain and where it will all impact. But this will bring a significant amount of freezing ice and cause a decent amount of power outages. So just make sure that you are obviously prepared for this winter storm, as this will be like a pretty significant storm that you definitely need to keep your eye on. But if we go ahead and head over to our 500 millibar height change, which I'll explain to y'all what that is in just a second. Alright, so practically we're just going to be looking at our high pressure systems and low pressure systems, which if we really want to take a look at what's causing this winter storm, right here, this high pressure system is driving down a insane amount of freezing air down to the south, which is pretty much going to fuel the storm with more colder temperatures, making the temperatures colder, making the ice stronger and colder, like and freeze faster, really, and making the snow be able to fall more as snow instead of a wintry mix. So this high pressure, we'll take a more look at the temperatures in a minute, but this is that high pressure system moving in, which is driving all of this colder air down here into the south, which is what is, like I said, causing this winter storm. You would think that the blue means cold and the red means hot, but that's not what it means on this map, really. This is all about height changing and stuff. So y'all will just have to hang in there with me. I'm trying to get everything pulled up for y'all real fast. This was kind of hard to make without having to edit. Yeah, for obvious reasons. But if we go ahead and swap over to our temperatures, I want to show y'all what our temperatures are looking like right now. Obviously colder in the northern parts of the United States right now, but this will not stay like this whole entire time. As we move on into the days of this winter storm, this begins to sort of move down to the south. And this will bring temperatures below 30 degrees, below negative 30 degrees in parts of Minnesota, North Dakota. And this is what is going to fuel this winter storm as we move on into Friday. So the Dakotas and Minnesota and parts of Wisconsin will be slammed really hard with this colder air. And then I can't really find where it starts to fully drive into the United States, except for about Saturday. Saturday is when it will really start to kick in, bring some freezing temperatures down to like Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, areas like that. But then it starts to move back up into the United States, except for areas like Texas, as we move on into Tuesday and Thursday. But then it like Wednesday's when it really starts to move up, and then it'll return back to normal temperatures for a few days. Then some colder temperatures will start to creep back down, and this will fuel another winter storm that could impact the northern areas with lake effect snow and all that we have seen a lot of this year. So that was all we had to talk about today. I just want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in. I know it was probably hard to watch this video as it is unedited. There was no dramatic background music in the intro, nothing like that. No background music, no anything. Um, but make sure to go ahead and follow me for more weather updates. Make sure you can go like rent a generator. I know there's some places that do that. If you don't have a generator yet, make sure to get one. Get like a space heater or something. You could even just get like an electric power bank that just like doesn't have to be plugged into anything. But I will most likely go live for this winter storm if it gets too crazy. However, I am impacted in this winter storm, so I'm not sure if my power will be out because I'm in a more ice spot. But if my power does go out, I will not be able to go live. Um, but I'll try to keep posting videos every single day with this winter storm impacting and will probably bring a power outage to my house or two. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.